Borneo looked calm during the day, but once the sun went down, everything felt different. In this episode, I go from the neon skyline of Kuala Lumpur to Malaysian Borneo and one of the oldest rainforests on Earth. I started in Kuala Lumpur, the capital of Malaysia, and this city feels huge. It's modern, fast, and constantly changing. Everywhere I looked, something new was being built. It feels like the city never stops growing. Instead of ordering a car and sitting in traffic, I grabbed the train to Kuala Lumpur city center, one of the most iconic parts of the city. Honestly, it's one of the best ways to get around. The train system here is fast, clean, air-conditioned, and much cheaper than taking a private ride. Then I found one of the best views in the city, the Kuala Lumpur Tower. I went up to the revolving restaurant, and from there you can really see how massive Kuala Lumpur is. It's a maze of highways, towers, and neighborhoods stretching in every direction. Looking out over this city, I could honestly just stand there for hours. But then everything changed. From the capital of Malaysia, I headed to Malaysian Borneo, where the city skyline quickly gave way to rainforest, rivers, and wildlife. I arrived in Sepilok, which really feels like the gateway to the wild, and this part was unbelievable. I was just a few meters away from orangutans. No glass, no barrier, nothing between me and them. You can see the strength in their hands when they grab the wood. Every movement feels slow, careful, and deliberate. Scientists estimate that orangutans share about 97% of our DNA, and standing that close, it didn't feel like I was watching wildlife. It felt strangely personal. The first thing I noticed was how peaceful it was. The beach looked incredible, the water was crystal clear, and there were barely any people around.
We just arrived to the Selingan Islands, near the Borneo shores, and the day is beautiful. So is the beach and the water in the sea. And it's so peaceful and quiet. And tonight we're going to see the turtles laying eggs, and hopefully also hatching of small turtles, and are being released to the sea. And the access to the island is limited, so there aren't many tourists here. But this place is highly recommended and worth seeing. Just take a look around. Here you can see holes which were left by the turtles which were laying eggs before. Eggs are being collected and put here on the island in a safe place for safety and not to be eaten by monitor lizards or rats. The beach looks like from a Bounty commercial. It's really beautiful, and no one here, at least yet. However, not so many tourists are here, and also it seems like the water is quite calm and good for snorkeling. However, remember to bring your own snorkeling equipment, because there is no possibility to rent here, and there was a possibility to buy in the port. However, they were already out of stock.
And the magic here isn't just on land. Just a few meters from the beach, I found colorful coral reefs full of life. It was easily one of the most relaxing places I visited in the whole region. But the moment I'll never forget was watching a huge sea turtle come out of the dark ocean to lay her eggs. It It felt ancient, like I was witnessing something that has stayed unchanged for millions of years. And then came the part that hit even harder. I watched tiny hatchlings being released into the sea. Seeing these little creatures rush toward the waves was beautiful, but also kind of heartbreaking.
We just saw one of the most beautiful sunsets ever here on Selingan Islands. Just make sure to be here on time. At this time of year, middle of the May, it's around 6 p.m. So don't forget to check it out. It's really stunning. Dwarf scene.
There's something about this island that's hard to explain. It has a peaceful energy that feels almost unreal. But after that calm, everything shifted again. Headed deep into the Kinabatangan River from Bilit, and this is where the jungle really came alive. I took a long boat into the river, and almost immediately it felt like I was entering another world. Then I saw some of the strangest monkeys I've ever seen. Proboscis, monkeys, huge noses, incredibly agile, and found only here in Borneo. Some of them were even sleeping on vines hanging over the river. It didn't even look real. That's what makes this river so exciting. Every turn feels like something could happen. Then the engine cut out, everything went quiet. The branches moved, and at first I thought I was just seeing shadows, but then I saw it, the size, the movement in the water, Bornean pygmy elephants. And when a baby elephant stepped into the river, everybody on the boat just smiled. It was one of those moments that makes everything else go quiet. Before going even deeper into the wild, I stopped in Lahad Datu. Flying in really gives you a sense of how huge Borneo actually is. Before heading into the jungle, we got a nice hotel in Lahad Datu with a great view for just $33 total for 2 people, including breakfast.
This is how it looks like, the view outside.
I spent some time walking around town and checking out the local market. The colors, the smells, the food, the energy, it all felt raw and real.
Here at the Lahad Datu night market, and we bought some fruits and coconut, and for all we paid around 17 ringgit.
I also tried local desserts and seafood dishes you just don't come across in big international cities.
This is scallop, or the other way around, and this is a sweet beans dessert.
This stop felt important because it gave me a glimpse of everyday life in Borneo before I disappeared back into the jungle. And then I got to the place I had been waiting for most, Danam Valley. This isn't just a forest, it's a 130 million year old living museum. And if you think you've already seen jungle before, this place will completely reset your expectations. It honestly feels like one of the most cinematic places on Earth. I explored these trails during the day and again at night, and the difference is wild. In daylight, everything feels vibrant and full of life. But once the sun goes down, the whole forest changes. Walking through the jungle at night with only a flashlight is a completely different experience. You hear sounds coming from every direction. The whole forest feels like it's watching you. I didn't even know birds sleep out in the open like that, completely still, almost frozen in place. Then my flashlight landed on two glowing eyes. At first I thought it was just another civet, but then my guide froze. He whispered, "You are very lucky. Leopard cat." I realized how rare this moment was. Some researchers spend years in this forest and never see one. In that moment, time just stopped. The Nome Valley is full of things that barely look real. Tiny insects that look exactly like leaves, bright birds, reptiles hiding in plain sight. Every walk felt like a discovery, but the most cinematic moment of all happened at 5 a.m. I woke up before sunrise to watch the light slowly hit the mist-covered canopy. And when the sun finally started revealing those endless emerald hills, it was breathtaking. And then, after surviving one of the oldest rainforests on Earth, my trip took a completely unexpected turn. I traded the deep green jungle of Borneo for the ultimate concrete jungle, Dubai. And the contrast couldn't have been bigger. You can't come to Dubai without looking up at the Burj Khalifa. At more than 828 meters tall, it literally disappears into the sky. Going straight from ancient, untamed rainforest to the peak of modern engineering felt surreal. The scale, the energy, the luxury, everything here feels oversized. But that's a story for another time. In the next episode, I'm heading to the Greek islands for crystal clear water, hidden coves, and a completely different kind of adventure. If you're planning your own Borneo adventure, save this video for later and subscribe so you don't miss the next episode. See you there.